So the theme for this Sunday is the universality of revelation. This is one of those Sundays where the theme tend to go into, how there's all these commonalities in different religions. Steve Osman quotes Buddhist stuff. We use stuff from Mani. All things. But I think it's also good to note that it doesn't necessarily mean just religion. It also means everyday life. Because the way I view the world, you don't have to believe it this way, because this is just the way that I understand things is it's like a blanket over the whole world, and there's two of them. There's one that is essentially the Holy Spirit, and another one is a blanket that wants you to forget things and wants you to be content in your misery. And so anytime you tap into the Holy Spirit, into the spirit of truth and wisdom, wherever that is, you're tapping into the source, sort of, the light above all lights, essentially. And so, when in the Gospel it talks about, I lay down my life for the sheep, and other sheep I have which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd. Again, it's not literal. There's no hell in this scenario. It's there are truth and there are not truths, and sometimes it's hard to tell the difference, and sometimes you can find one or the other. And nothing is a straight line, because that's just not how life works. So I think one of the most important bits is to be as open as you can be, which, again, easier said than done. Because it's about, basically all you can really control is space in here. And the more you can open this, the more likely you are to see truth in your own, and the things you need to know and learn. It's much easier if your mind is open and receptive to things. And when you can do that, which again, every moment is sort of its own thing. It's weird where things come up, because like years and years and years ago, I was at a toy store in my hometown with my mom for some reason. It was just so long ago, I don't remember why. And we were talking to some guy, because my mom's one of those people who never knows a stranger. And he said something, and it just like hit me. I don't even remember what it was, but it was this mini revelation. I'm just like, how random is it that I'm getting this random piece of wisdom from this random guy at this random store in my hometown? Like, what's the likelihood? And then it's like, oh yeah, truth is literally everywhere. So if you're open to receive it, it'll literally come from anyone and everywhere, because literally everyone is connected to both things at the same time. We all have access to the truth and to lies and to, whatever you want to call that. I'm making this sound very black and white. It's not. Because it's all twisty up together, because this world is, in my experience, sort of founded on both. Because if we had truth all the time, we would remember all the things our brain probably can't comprehend all at once, which might make us explode or something. So like, for instance, I believe in past lives. If I remembered all my past lives, I don't think my brain could handle it, or maybe not learn new things, or who knows. And like, I don't need to know everything either. Like, for that's all the knowledge of mankind. I don't need all of it right now. It's not what I'm here for. So again, some of this is for our own good, and some of it's gone too far, and we all have our own place in all of this, because we're all different people, we're here for different reasons, and have different experiences. We're like a box of crayons. Blue and green are not the same thing, but they're both crayons. And I think that's true of wisdom, and of religion, and of a lot of other things. And there's a thing I like to quote a lot about how there's a whole bunch of fingers pointing at the moon, and the point isn't which finger you notice, it's seeing the moon. And it's not just the fingers pointing at the moon in this analogy, there's also trees. So, I mean, if you see a tree and go, oh look, it's the moon, who cares? You saw the moon. Like, yeah. So, again, try and work on this as much as you can. Easier said than done. I have not figured that all the way out myself. And I need this reminder as much as anybody else. So, yeah. Hopefully you find this journey of enlightenment and gnosis easier than I have. So with that, go in peace, and may the Lord be with you.